Good evening, friends. So, welcome to next session on the exim management. So, as per the procedure, you have people have learned what is the basic of exports. You people have selected the product learn பண்ணியாச்சு. Then you people have selected the country where you are going to export. You people have applied for the legal requirements, and you people have got your legal certificate like IE code, RCMC, and you enroll yourself in the export promotion councils. You have identified the logistics. You have done a marketing. You find out a buyer, and the buyer has asked you to give the cost for the product. As discussed before, you people have finalized the cost. So product order காஸ்ட் வந்துட்டு ப்ரீவியஸாக சொன்ன கால்குலேஷன் படி ப்ராடக்ட் காஸ்ட் ப்ராஃபிட் and the logistic transport cost based on the inco terms. So new people have worked out the cost and everything, and the buyer is saying the cost is okay. So cost okay சொன்னோன்னா நம்ம பண்ண வேண்டிய அடுத்த முக்கியமான வேலை, the most important thing you people have to discuss with the buyer is the payment terms. So what is meant by payment terms? So for the payment terms nothing but, so for the product your people are being exported, you people have to make ensure that how you are going to receive the payment for the product you have been exporting. Okay, so other than the payment terms, so before going that, let me discuss the payment terms which is available in the local business. So as per the current scenario, doing a business in a local market, completing the payment terms and getting the payment from the local buyer is very difficult. So you have to struggle, you have to follow them up, and you have to get the payment from the customer whom you have supplied your products if you are doing the business in a local business. Okay, so local business பண்ணும்போது என்னென்ன சார் பேமெண்ட் டர்ம்ஸ் இருக்குது? இஃப் யூ ஆர் டூயிங் எ பிஸ்னஸ் ஃப்ரம் காஷ்மீர் டு கன்னியாகுமரி, what are the normal payment terms available? I am speaking about the local business. Okay, so first one will be the advance. So if you are buying a plastic material, polypropylene from Reliance Petrochemicals, the Reliance people won't give you the product until you pay the 100% advance, or you people give the amount prior to the order. Okay, so once you are confirming the order, you people have to pay the advance, then only the airlines people will receive the material. That is one method available in the market. Second one will be the cash and carry. So that is what happened when you purchase your clothes from a boutique or a textile like Chennai Silks or RMKV or Pothys. You people go in, you people search the product, you people select the product, then you goods will be billed, and after billing it you have to go to a cash counter where you have to pay your amount. It can by either by cash or by digitally. The cash people will take the payment and he can clear the goods. So once you give the bill, cash and carry, your goods will be handed over to you for the sales. So that is the method that is called cash and carry. And next method is the credit terms. So you supply the goods, you give some credit terms like 7 days or 10 days or 15 days or 21 days, 30 days, so 60, 90, so 180. So there are a lot of payment terms available in the market, so you can make use of the payment terms, and based on the credit you have to follow them up, you have to get the business, and you have to make it on the rotational basis. So these are the payment terms which is available in the local market. So I can clearly understand that. So supplying the goods in the local market and getting the payment from them is a huge task, whereas supplying the goods to the export market and getting the payment from the person who doesn't knows us will be a hectic task. So based on the same scenario, the World Trade Organization, WTO, and all the huge businessmen, all the government institution and the International Chamber of Commerce, lot of people join together and they arrive at a payment terms which is suitable for transaction among the people. Okay, so there are a lot of payment terms, and I would like to explain what is the most frequently used payment terms in the market. Okay, So first payment terms which is frequently used in the international market is called advance payment. So advance payment is nothing but, so you're posting marketing your product, a buyer is looking your product, he comes with the inquiry, you are showing your photos of the product, or you are showing samples of the product. So he asks for a cost of the product, so you do the costing, you submit the cost of the product, and he says the cost is okay. Then he releases the purchase order. As soon as the purchase order is released, the buyer has to pay you an advance of amount. So getting an advance of 10% or 20% or 30% or 50% or 75%, it's depending on your business capability. So you can speak with them and you can get an advance amount. So balance amount has to be settled to you before the product leaves out of the factory or through letter of credit method. So what is letter of credit ingrada I will explain you in the further this one. And as you know that advance payment, you get the payment before you for the packing being used. So advantage of advance payment is, so we have the cash in hand, so working capital becomes easy for us. So நம்மவே பேங்க்ல போய் working capital கேட்க தேவையில்லை. So you have got an advance payment so that you can work on the working capital. Balance amount, once after paying that only you can dispatch your product. So that can be the discussion. So advance payment is a very very safest mode of transaction in the export market. So once you receive advance, it will be comfortable for you to the business. So எல்லாத்துக்குமே advance payment கிடைக்குமா? So can I get advance payment for all the products I am exporting? So advance payment can be get for the product as the same criteria which I have told for finalizing the profit. So advance you can get for the product if it is a manufactured product. So you can't get advance payment for a raw material product. If your raw material is undergoing a manufacturing operation, you people can ask for advance payment. You people can ask for the advance payment if there is a huge demand. Examples, this 3-ply surgical mask. So 3-ply surgical mask before coronavirus, the basic cost of the surgical mask is around only 1 rupee 90 paise or around 3 rupees 4 rupees. But as of now, because of coronavirus, the cost of the surgical mask has increased to around 16 rupees to 30 rupees. 3-ply surgical mask, it's a demand based market. Because of coronavirus, surgical mask has gotten huge demand in the market. So if you want to have that, you people have to pay in advance. So another thing for getting advance payment is your product is superior in quality. So when compared to the other piece in the market, you can get a superior quality, you can get the advance payment. Another thing is monopoly. So for the cost, you are giving a superior quality and you are monopoly in the market. For this cost, you are the only person giving at this best quality, means the buyer will be very interested to provide you with the advance payment. So last thing is when you are having a huge stock or something with good quality and basically depending on the market demand and with the good certifications, you have satisfied all the government norms of a UK government or a foreign country which is going to import your product, yes, you can demand an advance payment. So India எடுத்துட்டிங்கன்னா out of 100% of export transaction, 20% of transaction is happening through the advance payment. So advance payment மூலமாக தான் 20% of transaction நடக்குது. That is the most famous of the one of the payment terms. ரெண்டாவது முக்கியமான payment terms which is called as letter of credit. It is called as LC. LC is somewhat technically, you people should know a lot about it. So I will be explaining a lot about letter of credit in further sessions. So letter of credit is nothing but it is the document given by the importer's bank on behalf of importer to our bank on behalf of the exporter is called as letter of credit. So சிம்பிளாக சொல்லலாம், இது வந்துட்டு ஒரு கடன் பத்திரம். ஸோ அந்த கடன் பத்திரத்தை வந்துட்டு he makes the client makes it and he supplies to us based on the credit document. We manufacture the product and we supply it to them on the based on the conditions of the letter of credit. It is the most famous method in the market. In the market it's one of the most famous method, and 75% of the transaction is happening through the letter of credit method. So LC வாங்கிட்டீங்கன்னா you people can be very safe that my payment will not be any deferred, so they can't cheat that like that. You can have a confirmation and you can do the business on letter of credit. Letter of credit there are two methods. One is LC by nuisance and another is LC at site. So in the rental method you people can work out the letter of credit. LC at site now, as soon as the product reaches your port, your cash will be reimbursed in the account. LC by nuisance is your cash will be reimbursed after a certain credit period. So 60 days 90 days credit period you people can get your payment through letter of credit. So India நடக்கிற transactionல advance payment 20% na letter of credit is contributing around 75% of your transaction. So third one will be called as documents on payment, DP method. DP method is nothing but, sir, you are sending your consignment, it is reaching the port, the buyer comes and sees the container, he gives clearance to the bank sends message to you, you have to send the documents to the bank collects the document, this fellow goes to the bank, pays the payment and clears the document. Okay, so documents on payment. Okay, so the buyer clears it only after seeing the container in the branch. Out of our whole transaction, only 2% can take place on the documents on payment. It's a highly risky method. If the buyer doesn't comes to see your consignment or something happens, so the buyer won't be responsible. Fourth method is documents on acceptance, which is called as DA. DA na enadhu? So your people are sending the documents, you people will send the goods, everything will you send the customer, and the buyer will receive everything and he will be sending the payment immediately or after some days as specified in the credit period. So this method is highly risk method, as the whole consignment is being brought into the scope of the buyer. So if the buyer there is a high chance that the buyer takes there is high chance that the buyer can cheat you and he can defer your payment. So if the payment is getting deferred, the risk is very high that you won't receive the payment. Then the next one is the others contribute 1%, which is called as commission basis. So there will be some buyers who says that we'll buy the product from you, and after selling your product we will share you the payment as a commission basis. So there is highly risky mode of payment. And there is another payment called telegraphic transfer, which will be used only for the advanced transaction. So advance receive மட்டும்தான் you people should plan to receive a telegraphic transaction. And there is a method called PayPal, so it is an online transaction. So right now the transaction in the abroad market has become 100% online. So only thing people have to confirm what is the terms involved in it, and you have to carry out the business. Okay, so in India majority of transaction is happening through LC process and advance payment. Okay, so as an initial startup, so what you are recommending, sir? So as an initial startup, I recommend you people have to do the business only on the advance or letter of credit. So don't do business on the credit mode or a TP mode. So it is a highly risky method, and you people have to make sure that the payment is very safe in this market. So once payment lock now, it will be very difficult for a businessman and an entrepreneur to come out of the issue, irrespective of the market you are handling it. It can be your internal market, it can be an external market. So depending on the market, it will be very difficult to handle the issues. Okay, so you can make use of once before finalizing the payment terms, you can take a lot of inputs from experts, and you can take a lot of inputs from a bank, and there are many organizations which helps us in finalizing the payment terms. So let us have a deep on the payment terms. So advance payment, as I told, buyer transfers partial amount through bank and balance through letter of credit. So this is what advance payment. The priority is no risk. So advance கொடுத்துட்டாங்கனாலே we can have an assurance that the buyer doesn't cheats us. So he'll be helping us to control our payment, everything. Second process, as I told, letter of credit. Letter of credit na buyer's bank assures you that amount which has to be given to you through our bank. So the bank assures you. So even though the buyer doesn't pay you the payment, the bank takes responsibility for giving you the payment. So bank அந்த பையர் வந்துட்டு காசு கொடுக்காம ஏமாற்றி விட்டால், so bank says that I will take the responsibility to give you the payment. So the priority here is less risk. Less risk I will explain you in the further explanation. Okay, letter of credit is very important. Third one is DP. Documents to be given only after payment is given as soon as the container reaches the port. So it is very high risk. High risk in the sense, if the buyer doesn't comes to the port to collect to see your container, or doesn't comes to the bank to receive the payment, so it is a high risk. Then it is a DA, documents on acceptance. So documents will be given before container reaching port and payment to be received after acceptance. So goods is ready, it has moved out of the ship. Before reaching your goods reaching the port, you people have to send the document to the buyers, and the buyer will do the payment only after the acceptance. It is a high risk. Okay, so documents will be the high risk. So after reaching the goods there, the buyer can claim that you have sent an unquality product, we can't do the payment or something, and they can defer us in doing that. So you people have to make sure that you doesn't do your business on a DP or DA method. So DP or DA method, when we can do. So DPDA is a payment term. I am getting a business from that fellow, so I know that fellow. When we can do the DP or DPA, you can do a DP or DA only thing when you are using a well-wisher method. Abroad இருக்கிற buyer வந்துட்டு, it is that you know that the buyer is known to you. So அந்த buyer வந்து உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சவங்களா இருக்கணும். So otherwise you people are capable. If the buyer doesn't pay you on time, you have the financial capability or capacity to catch the flight or something to go to the buyer directly, catch hold of his shirt, and you make sure that you get the payment credited. So in the ரெண்டு கண்டிஷனில் தான் we recommend you to do the business on DP or DA method. So initial, while startup, your people have to make sure that you start to do the business through advance payment or letter of credit only. After sometimes கொஞ்ச நாள் போனதுக்கப்புறம், after 2 to 3 years, so you find that you have a good financial capability and you have a good deposit, then you can make sure to shift yourself to DP or DA based on your financial commitments. Otherwise you can do DP or DA by having a common document submitted to the bank. So you can have a fixed deposit in name of your company. So if there is any financial disturbance, you people have the authorization to scrap that fixed deposit and take that amount to convert to the payment you are using it. So payment terms ரொம்ப important. If you people doesn't have a good payment terms, it will lead to a major circumstances in the market, and which will lose the credibility of the market. If there is a payment hold, you people will be in a very wrong position in claiming that payment. So here I want to explain about the process, how the shipment is made and how the payment is received. So I am here explaining you the process of letter of credit. Okay, so LCங்கிற ஒரு process வந்துட்டு I am going to explain you here. So as the diagram refers, the exporters bank will be from India. The importers bank example I have taken it as New York, and the U from India who is exporting the product is called exporter, and the buyer who buys your product in United States is your importer. So exporter bank can be Indian bank, importers bank can be a Bank of New York. Okay, so as a exporter, based on the importer's requirement, you are preparing all your products and you are making all your documents, everything is being filed, and you people, you are planning to move through Tuticorin port. So as an exporter, you have made everything. Tuticorin customs kondu poi you people are handing over the container. The Tuticorin customs there will take 24 hours time to inspect your product, to verify your documents and make everything, and they move the after clearing the customs they move to the port. So portukulla ponana the concerned CHA will submit everything. He will get the documents, especially invoice, packing list, certificate of origin, BL copy, bill of lading copy, and say marine insurance certificate. All these documents will be made, phytosanitary certificate, everything will be made, and it will be handed to the exporter. Exporter, the responsible is he has to verify the documents as per the sales contract or as per the agreement which is been made between the exporter importer and as per the requirements given by the LC. So he will be verifying that. Meantime, after clearing everything, the container is being loaded into the ship and the ship starts sailing. Ship is being referred as vessel. Vessel starts sailing towards New York. It moves to the port of New York, and the average time taken by the ship to travel from Tuticorin to New York will be around 45 days. The ship starts sailing and the ship is only on the way. Parallelly, the exporter will give the document, he will give to the exporter's bank. Exporter's bank will start a process which is called as negotiation. So it is called as bank negotiation. The exporter's bank will verify the documents as per the letter of credit document given by the importer's bank. If there is any discrepancies, those people will call the concerned exporter and say this document is problem, kindly recorrect and resubmit. The exporter has to be make sure that he submits the documents without any issue and he moves it on a proper way. So once a document negotiation everything is finalized, the Indian bank will take the initiative to send the documents to the importer's bank through the fast speed post of the courier service which is available. So as soon as the document reaches there in importer bank, the importer bank will give intimation to the importer saying that your document have reached to the bank, kindly come to pay the balance amount and collect your document. The importer bank and the importers will have other negotiation at their bank, and once the documents everything is pakka and everything is clear, the importers bank will give clearance to release the payment. So as soon as the document go, everything is completed, negotiation is done. Once the document is comfortable, the bank makes sure that the amount is being reimbursed. So importer will be intimated, he goes to the bank, pays the amount, he gets the document. So when the document வாங்கிட்டு he will hand it to the logistics person who clears the container. Then the logistics person will clear the container based on the containers based on the document, and he clears it to the port, and as soon as the container reaches it, the port will be cleared and the material will be reached to the concerned importer. So this is the process. LC process what is the major advantages? As soon as the document reaches, before the consignment reaches to the client, you have a possibility that you will get the payment into your account. So possibility based பண்ணி அக்கௌண்ட்லேருந்து உங்கள் பேமெண்ட் வந்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு வந்து சேர்ந்துடும். So this is the mode and the way how we are going to receive your payment. Initial startup, please do the export business only through advance payment or LC process only. So this is a very important statement which we used to highlight to all the business people. Don't do the business on a DA or DP mode. Initially எதுவுமே exportல don't do business on the credit mode. Please do the business only on a advance payment or the letter of credit process only. So you get a payment and then do the business, you get the LC and do the business. So initially if you do the business by giving credit and if there is a possibility that the payment is being get blocked somewhere, you people will not have the intention of doing the business in a further mode. So you people should understand what are the payment terms. So first payment terms are advance, where you receive a partial amount from the buyer and then you do the business. Second one will be the letter of credit. Letter of credit is nothing but it is assurance given by the importer's bank on behalf of importer to the exporter's bank on behalf of exporter. So based on the approved assurance document given by the bank can give clearance to the process. So next comes the credit process, which is a DP or DA method. So you will send the goods, you can send the document, and you have to wait for the payment. That is called a DA method. And the DP method, so as soon as the goods reaches the port, you send the documents to bank and you plan to receive the payment. So these two modes are very high risky mode. Try to do the business only through the advance or LC process. So how to make sure that you get advance or LC process? Please make sure that your product is of good quality and you doesn't follow anything to get the worst product, so that the buyer demands you the credit method. So if your product is superior and if you have very good quality, it's 100% damn sure that the client will do the process through advance payment or LC process. So you have to think twice or thrice once the payment terms discussion, and you people have to be very strong and concrete. So my product is of very good quality, and you people have to make sure that my process is being done only through the payment. So this is what about the payment terms.